Page 122, Scarborough Fair. Very famous, very old melody. At the top of the page, or in this unit, they're going to be talking about time signatures 3/8 and 6/8. We're starting with 3/8 on this one. However, remember, if you understand how the numbers work in a time signature, it doesn't matter what they are. It could be anything. Well, in 3/8, it's like 3/4. We've had 3/4 before. Except the bottom number is an 8, so an eighth note's going to get a count rather than a quarter note. And you can only have the same as 3/8 notes in every measure. You can't have anything longer than that. So half notes are not allowed, because they would be 2 full beats, or 4/8 notes, and you can only have 3 in a measure. But you can still have whole rests. Remember the whole rest? That just takes up a whole measure. It doesn't matter how many beats are in it, whatever. You'll see a lot of dotted quarter notes in 3/8 time because, remember, a dotted quarter note is the same as 3/8 notes as far as counting goes. So a dotted quarter note would take up a whole measure. In 3/4 time, remember, a dotted half note took up a whole measure? Well, in 3/8 time, a dotted quarter note does. All right. Big deal. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's look this over. It's a little over a page long, or a little under a page and a half, however you look at it, I don't care. Treble and bass clef, 1 flat in the key signature. We're still in the key of D minor. However, if you look at the end, you see this? It's not a D minor chord, it's a D major chord. A lot of times, especially in the Middle Ages and so forth, and Baroque era, when they would have a key in a minor, they would end it on its parallel major. They want to end it on a happy note, so to speak. So they would, instead of a D minor chord at the end, they simply make it a D major. Remember, the minor and the major is the middle note. You have a minor third and a major third is a minor chord. And if I have a major third and a minor third, it's a major. So we're just taking it up. We're ending it on D major. It's called a Picardy third. In case you're curious, you can Google it. The point is, it's in D minor. However, do the scales and arpeggios for F major and D minor. I'm hoping by now the scales you're doing them 2 octaves. The arpeggio, you can keep doing it 1 octave until you're really comfortable with that tremolo exercise and spreading the fingers apart, which is what's needed on the arpeggios. And 3/8 time. All right. 1 hand at a time. Right hand, it comes in on measure 5. You're here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And measure 9. During the rest, you come up. 1, 2. B natural. There. Okay. Okay. Now on measure 18, you're here. And then measure 19, they want you here. Thumb again. I'd rather not. I don't like that kind of fingering. You can because of the phrasing, you can get away with it. I like to connect everything if I can at first. So I'm going to use second finger on measure 19 here. Just reach up. Then I can collapse into that position. I just kind of crawl around a little bit. So measure 17 was here. And then going on, it's here. Second finger here. Cross over for 1 note. Nope, that's okay. Measure 26, you see the D and the A are held out forever. They're all tied together. Just hold it down into the last measure when you do the D F sharp. Here. Left hand, let's see. Well, we got the primary chords. 2, 3. Now this is a D sus4, or 1 sus4, or whatever you want to call it. All we're doing, we take the middle note, we're playing the 4th instead of the 3rd. We could have a D sus2, where I play the 2nd note. Sometimes they do that. Just gives a little different flavor to the chord. They don't want to use the 5/7. They don't want to go that way, so they're doing it this way. And you get this in all over until measure 9. You do it and go up. I don't want to get into it. It's like a 4 chord, but the top note is a B instead of a B natural. And then here. Measure 21. It's here. 1, just broken chords here. Then measure 27, it's 1-3. We're taking advantage of the repeated notes to change hand positions. And then the last measure, it's a D and an A, but it has an AVA under it, so you got to go down here. All right, so once I know sort of what the hands are doing, I'm going to try and put them together. Now I can hesitate all over, I don't care right now. I just want to try and get the hands to work together. Starting at measure 5, we're here, and then here, and then here. Here. Get the idea? Let's go down to measure, what, 19? You're here. And then here. Here, here. Then here. The right hand's just held down through all of this. And then the end. Here. Isn't that lovely? Okay. Now once I get an idea what the hands are doing together, then I go back over it a few hundred times or whatever, and I slowly work out the hesitations. So it's a steady beat, an eighth note pulse. 1, 2, 3, 1. You can go as slow as you need to, doesn't matter, but no hesitations. Then I'll think about the articulation, and this is pretty connected. Lift up for the phrasing in the right hand, and they have the phrasing marked for you. You can just follow that, it's fine. The left hand, try and connect it. You can't, but try and connect it. Then the dynamics, it starts out P, piano, light, soft, and you're going to stay that way in the left hand. The right hand comes in at MP, that's the melody. On measure 9, the eighth notes, the first one is still in P. Then you go up a little bit, and then you're moderately loud. There. Don't start getting loud too soon. Really, the first 2 beats of measure 9 are still soft, sort of soft, and the last beat goes up a little bit. So the left hand stays soft. Now on measures 12 and 13, when I'm doing this, I want to hear that. That's the melody. Don't drown it out. Keep this under it. So you may have to get softer. Get softer because this dies away. So I got to adjust. And now we're going up. That gives you another. You don't really need that. I don't want to go up to loud yet. So I'm just you can come down to moderately soft and back up. You see on measure 12, that's going to die away. So on measure 13, when you do the eighth note, make it about the same as that. And then go back up here. Again, measure 18, the right hand is this. And then now you're moderately soft in the right hand, soft in the left. And you're going down to soft in the right hand and very soft in the left. And going down even softer, and now all of a sudden you're moderately loud. Both hands. Because I want to hear the left hand here. Measures 27 to 20, you get to swell up and back down. And then the last bit, it's both hands. It's just a chord. There's no melody. Plus the RIT, I don't know about that. They want you to slow down a little bit. The idea with the RIT is back in this style of music, back when this was done, it was normal to slow down at the end of a piece. There wouldn't be anything in the music to tell you to. You just do it. It's part of interpreting the music, and that's sort of what this is. You're just going to slow down a little bit at the end. The counting, not much. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just so the people know it. It's hard to tell here because you don't have anything playing on the beats. You're just playing notes that last 3 beats each, so it's hard to tell. But counting wise internally, slow it down. Speed wise, it's somewhere in there. Don't drag it. That just does not work on piano at all. It just So it needs to flow, but keep in mind you might be singing. Now they've added pedal, and that would help in this piece because we want the overtones. We want to connect this stuff. It's going to be overlapping pedal, so I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal. I'm going to change the pedal after I play the notes. It overlaps. So pretty much, if you want to hear the phrasing, you got to lift the pedal up with the right hand at the end of a phrase so you get silence. Otherwise, the pedal will cover it up. And if you choose to do that, that's fine. But go ahead and do the phrasing in the right hand. Feel the phrasing, whether you can hear it or not. We have to check on the pedaling. Remember, in these books, I've found a number of them, they keep the pedaling pretty simple for you because you got enough to think about already. The problem with that is you get used to hearing the junk that terrible pedaling gives, and you think it's okay. It's not okay. I would prefer you be critical in listening. It's better to leave the pedal out than mess it all up. Now, with the chords at the beginning, this is fine because it's connecting the chords. We need that. But when we get into the melody and we start moving around, like measures, what, 7? I don't want that. So we got to fix it. I don't want all that. But I want to connect the chords to the next measure. So I need the pedal for that. So how do I do that? Well, after I play the first note, I'm going to lift it up for the F. I'm just not going to pedal the F. So start with measure 5. That way I connect the chords in the left hand and I keep the melody clean. That's all. I just lift it up for the F. That's it. And anywhere else I get that passage, I do it the same. Now measure 9. Again, we got a problem. I don't really want both of those. So I'm measure 8, I'm here. And overlap to measure 9, but then lift up. And then pedal the third beat here. Pedal that so I can connect the left hand. See? So I'm measure 9, I'm lifting up after I play the note, and I'm not pedaling until the third beat. There, so I can connect the left hand. So then again, on measure 11, same thing. Lift up, don't pedal the B natural. And on measure 12, I'm going to lift up on the third beat there. I don't need help connecting the notes. I can do it with the fingers. So I'm just here. That's all I did is lift it up on the third beat. And on measure 16, you don't need to pedal that. They've got you pedaling all that together from measure, what, 15? I mean, that's just terrible, in my opinion. I would lift it up after the first beat and measure 16. And not pedal that at all. I'm not going to pedal again until I play the C and measure 17. Now I can go ahead and smear measure 18 together. It's all notes in the same chord. That's okay. And then lift up. Finally, in measure 21, they didn't pedal that. Well, that's what I told you to do in measure 16. Same thing. Overlap then. Yeah. You get the idea, I hope. And that's my impression of the pedal. You have to listen very carefully to what the pedal is doing, and if it's getting messy or yucky, fix it. Remember the pedal markings in the books, they're suggestions. The pedal markings that I'm doing for you, they're suggestions. It's up to you. Now, if you have a teacher, do it the way they're telling you to do it while you study under that teacher. Just do what they tell you to do. Another teacher might tell you something else, and that's okay. Different people will interpret it differently. Please don't copy me. You don't have to go that speed. Do more with the dynamics if you feel them. Remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Feel the natural accents as you go through it. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do louds and softs. I will pedal it like I suggested so you can see it again. Although you could hear the notes better without the pedal. That's all right. I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2. 2, 3. 2. 3, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3,